What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another iProX Ruben video. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Elgato Wavelink software, and obviously how to utilize its different audio channels, how you can send out different audios to different channels, obviously how to mute, how to load the volume, and just basically give you a beginner's guide on how to use the Elgato Wavelink. So if you guys enjoyed today's content, please make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you guys stay notified for when I post. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. So guys, I'm going to give you a brief tutorial of obviously what you can select, press, and all that stuff. And then once we finish getting onto that, we'll move on to what you can actually do to control your audio channels in different inputs. So as you can see, the first thing that you can see is your physical microphone. You can connect this using your Wave 1 microphone or Wave 3 microphone. This software only works with an Elgato Wave 1 or an Elgato Wave 3. The reason being is because the actual microphone in itself is powering this software. So you won't be able to use a different microphone to try and get this software. Right, now that we got that out of the way, let's actually talk about obviously the input here. So as you can see here, you got that Wave 1 microphone icon here, and then you got the arrow facing down. Once you click onto that, you can actually see sort of like its settings page for that audio input. So as you can see here, you can change the name of what audio input you're actually selecting. You can see its firmware version, and then you can see the dial function. With the Wave 3, it's already got a dial function within its actual microphone, so you can toggle between input gain, output volume, and I believe your mic and PC mix already onto your microphone. But here on the Wave 1, you have to do it through obviously the Wavelink software. As you can see here, so you can change the dial function to be an actual output volume, or you can change it to be an input gain. For me, I advise you to put an input gain because you can control how loud or how sensitive your microphone is to low noises or high noises. As you can see here, as I'm talking, you can see my input level here. This is a really good idea for you guys to be looking at because you don't want it to be too high where it's peaking and it causes distortion and other static noises that you don't want in your stream or recording or whatever you want to be using it for. Underneath you can see the input gain. So like I said, guys, you can increase the sensitivity of the microphone to obviously balance out the background noise, or if not, decrease it back down so you guys won't be hearing any like builders going out on the outside, your keyboards and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's a really good feature that obviously I saw. Here is output volume. So this is what you are going to hear. So when you're recording, you can actually hear what you're saying, and you can change the volume to make sure obviously it's not too loud and not too quiet. So obviously you can leave this at whatever. You can leave this at 100, 0, 50. It's all up to you. And underneath that, you got the mic and PC mix. So this is what you want to toggle, whether you want to hear half of your mic and half of your PC noises. And then if you want to hear more of your mic, then so you can toggle that more towards the mic. And then if you want to hear more of the system sounds, then again toggle that more towards the PC. Underneath here, you got the audio enhancements. So you got a clip guard here and a wave gain lock, and also enhanced low cut filter. So as you can see, guys, when you hover over it, it removes low frequencies when enabled. This is recommended when you're talking into a microphone from distance greater than 0.5 meters. I really recommend this, guys, because there is a difference between when you're recording and you can hear yourself typing, and how loud the types are compared to when you toggle this on, and how obviously it changes that. Clip guard here. This optimizes the analog audio path to prevent distortion in real time. This is very, very, very good, guys. So when you hear the static noises, when you hear like the P's and the S's, and it takes over the whole audio experience. Enable this on, and it will not cut it down to where it's noticeable, but it makes it sound more natural, which is what we are looking for. And then the last audio enhancement is a wave gain lock. So this is just basically where you can lock your input gain, and obviously as you move it up and down, you can obviously look the monitor mix and the stream links. So in case you still want to hear obviously what you are putting out into your stream, you can obviously lock it into a place where if your stream saying is too loud, you can just bring it down, but it's not going to be too quiet for you to hear. And then obviously if the stream setting is too quiet, then you can bring it up without it being too quiet for yourself, or too loud for yourself, sorry, should I say. So that's the first input that we've thinking. And as you can see here, you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can add up to 9 different audio inputs, guys, or 9 different audio channels, which is good. Underneath here, you've got outputs here. So this is what you are going to hear. And guys, I really recommend you putting your auxiliary aux cable inside your microphone, to your wave 1 and your wave 3, because that will give you the best audio experience for you to hear what you're saying and what you are controlling between your all different audio inputs, because it gives you 0 latency. At the moment, I'm putting it through my monitor, so I can obviously hear what I'm controlling. But as I'm talking, you can hear a slight delay. But obviously, just make sure, if you want to obviously customize your audio experiences with your different audio inputs, try and plug in your aux cable into your physical microphone to get the best chance for you to obviously control it and give you 0 latency. And you can click here, and obviously you can change it here. So as I was talking about, you can obviously select your wave 1 headset. You can change it into your monitor or whatever you may have that's actually there. So the next thing that we want to look at is obviously the stream mix. So this is what your stream is actually hearing. And let's say, for example, using Streamlabs OBS like I am here, all you have to do to obviously make sure you are actually outputting all your different audio channels and inputs to your stream. You go to your settings, you go to audio, you want to disable this, and that, and you're going to change your mic device 1 into your stream, and then your mic 2 to be your actual microphone. So what we're doing here is all the different audio channels that we are going to input into our Wavelink software. You want to control that individually through obviously the Wavelink software. However, the reason why we're going to add in our mic separately is because we're going to mute ourselves in the Wavelink stream, and we're going to monitor it obviously through the Streamlabs OBS or whatever stream software that you're using to record or to stream. The reason why we're doing that is because we want to actually add filters and stuff like that through your streaming software, and it's good that you're doing that, because you can actually add in more gain, you can add a limiter, you can add anything else that you may want to add to your video. And yeah, so that's the reason why we want to be doing that. And also as well, you can control obviously your mic through Streamlabs OBS as well, without obviously going through your Wavelink software. So the next thing, guys, that we're going to talk about is obviously these volume dials over here. As you can see through the monitor mix, you can click here to listen to the monitor mix, or you can click onto this ear here to see what your stream is actually hearing. And also you can adjust the master volume between all your different audio inputs. So obviously if it's too loud for all of them and you've adjusted it down to the to the bare minimum, you can obviously bring down the master volume down, so it's not too overpowering on your stream or to yourself as well. And then the last two things we got is obviously these two icons. This is just a settings icon where you can obviously check for updates. There's a box for you to automatically check for updates and open automatically get login. And that's it. And then obviously we'll talk about this icon here in a minute, which obviously selects the app audio output in Windows sound settings. And that's it really. So guys, so now that you're familiarized with obviously the Wavelink software, and now is the fun part. We're gonna add in audio inputs, and obviously we'll be able to control them, and then that should be it, guys. You should learn obviously how to use the Wavelink software as a beginner, like myself as well. So like I said, guys, so you've got 9 different channels that you can obviously add up to here. Once you hover over to one channel, you can add the audio input. And as you can see here, there's a list of already pre-made audio inputs that you can actually select. And obviously down below is what you may have connected to your PC that you can use. So for example, I've got my webcam here, which has a microphone. So you can use that if you wanted to, but I highly recommend you don't do that, because there's no point you using your webcam's microphone when you've got a Wave 1 or Wave 3 microphone, which sounds a hell of a lot better. So let's select the first one, which is your system. So as you can see here, guys, it's the exact same as the first audio input, which we have here. But as you can see, there's no sound coming out of it. And the settings for this specific channel is not the same as the Wave 1. So let me talk about that. So this is what you guys can hear, and you can mute obviously what you are hearing through the system settings, or you can select here and you can mute what the stream uh, may hear from from this system audio channel in itself. So let's say, for example, you got Windows sounds coming through, like you just received an email or you just got notifications from somewhere. You can mute this on stream, so the stream does not hear obviously Windows system sound. Or you got these this dial function over here, where you can bring down the actual audio levels of it down the way to the bottom, and you can do the exact same thing on yourself. So if you feel like it's overpowering while you're gaming or while you're doing anything on stream or recording, you can bring this down, or you can completely mute it. But you got this button right here that you can click. So let's say, for example, you don't want the stream to hear it, but you may want to hear it, but just not at a higher level. Let's say you put it at 75%. You can click this button here and it will lock. So as you bring the stream up, so let's say for 5%, this will now be at 80%. So what you've done, you've locked the faders together. So as you move this up, it moves the other side up or down as you choose. So let's say, for example, the stream saying they would like to hear your notifications from your computer, which is a bit weird, but I don't judge. So let's say you can bring it up to 50%, or let's say 51%, and then we can bring this down to we'll leave it at 75, or yeah, 75. We can click onto that, and if stream's saying they want to hear more of it, you can bring it up to 75%, and then so the stream can only hear 75% of how loud the system sounds are. But obviously you can keep it at 100, but you can also mute yourself. So even though it's at 100%, it's muted, but the stream can obviously hear it, because obviously it's not muted, and obviously we can mute it like that or unmute it like this. And obviously it's at 75%, so it's not too loud, not too quiet. So if you guys want to open up its settings, you can do that here. So this is where you can remove the input here. You can change the name. So you can change the name to absolutely anything. But I recommend you leave in the presets of what Elgato I've created for you guys. And yeah, so let's add another input. So we'll go back onto the channel 3, click on it to add audio input. Let's say music. Let's say you want to add some music onto your stream, because obviously there's going to be moments where it's going to be a little bit quiet. One thing I will recommend, guys, so as you can see here, nothing's playing. If I go onto Spotify, it won't actually come out, like the music will not be outputted to you guys or to the stream or to the Wavelink software, because within the Wavelink software you may need to change a setting where you'll like Spotify to output into the Wavelink music input channel, and then you'll be able to control obviously its output, its music and stuff like that. So obviously I'm gonna play that right now. So as you can see, guys, you can hear the sounds coming out of there, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna quickly mute it, and you can see that it's muted on my actual output, but obviously it's still playing within the music tab. So what you may do, if this is not actually happening, if you can't see the green charts or rectangles or whatever not coming out, this is where you go into this icon over here, which is you open up your app volume device preferences, and as you can see, you can adjust the input and output for each individual app. So as you can see here, Spotify has actually been linked to Wavelink Music. So how I've done that, guys, so you know how we created a music audio channel. What we've done is, once I played Spotify, this wasn't there. So what I had to do is I had to click on this icon to bring up the app volume device preferences. Hello, there we are, and this was stuck at default, which is normal. So what I had to do is I had to click here, and obviously it was on default. So you can obviously hear it through my monitor right now, but I wanted to control it through my Wavelink software. So I'll click on Wavelink Music. And right here, because you can't hear anything because I muted it, so it doesn't obviously overpower my voice, I've left the output of it to Wavelink Music. And you can do the same with your browser, Discord, or any other audio channels that you want to control individually. So let me put this at full screen, guys, because sometimes it can be a little bit different for you guys. So this is at full screen. Full screen. This is on Windows 10, by the way. As you can see here, I've got. So this is what is actually making a physical sound on the computer right here, right now. And so obviously with Spotify, obviously I can put it to wavelength music, but you can choose system, game, sound effects, aux, your headphone jack for your Elgato Wave 1 or 3, voice chat, browser, auxiliary 1, and obviously your computer and Mamona. So let's minimize that. So there you are, guys. So let's actually come out of Spotify, and as you can see, it's all gone. But once I click back onto here, it's also gone here. So guys, please be making sure if you want to control something and it's not working, make sure that you play an actual sound, so that volume device preferences can actually see it's playing a sound, and then change its output into obviously your different audio channels. So like it's the same thing with your Wave 1 on your system. You can obviously lock it. So let's say for example, stream saying it's too quiet. Let's leave it at 11%. But you want to hear it. So let's leave this at 25%. You can lock it there. Let's bring it up to like maybe 30%, and then this is now at 16%. So obviously it's bringing it up loud enough so you can hear, but it's not too loud that it's overpowering obviously your game, and obviously stream can hear it. So it's obviously good that obviously they can hear the music that you're playing. And if they want to ask questions like, oh, where'd you get your music from, then obviously that's a great way for you to explore your channel. And then guys, let's add another one. Let's do browser, and let's do voice chat, and obviously game. So now that you've got 6 channels here, like I said guys, you can do up to 9 channels here. Let's say for example I want to change this music to Spotify. So I know this will be my Spotify playlist on my wavelength. And then I can change the game to, let's say I'm playing Call of Duty. What have I done here? There we are. Sorry about that, guys. Call of Duty. Perfect. So imagine, guys, I'm playing Call of Duty, and obviously, because since it's a first-person shooter, I want to hear the actual footsteps and any other sounds that the game may be producing. I may want to lower it, lower my music. There we are. So let's keep this at 100%. So let's put everything at 100%. So if I'm playing a game, oh wait, sorry guys. If I'm playing a game like Call of Duty, I may want to decrease my Spotify music volume because I want to hear the footsteps and stuff like that. I can easily do that by going to the Spotify wave channel, decreasing my monitor one. So this is what you're going to be hearing, guys. Decreasing it down to maybe like what, 10%. And then you may want to do this as well for the stream, because maybe the stream wants to hear obviously what you're hearing. So again, bring this back down to maybe the same levels as 10%, or if you just want to have it as background music, obviously decrease it back down to maybe like 5%. Let's do 6% just for now. Lock it in place so you know this is at 10, this is at 5 or 6 in our case. And then let's say for example you're in the menus, you can bring down the game volume because you don't want to hear like the game music or anything like that, because you just be in the menu music and stuff like that. But then you can actually increase your Spotify playlist, so it's like your Spotify playlist was integrated within your game. And this is a really good thing that you guys can control, and I really appreciate Elgato doing this because it's a brilliant feature. And then you can obviously you can go even further. Let's say for example you're in the menus, you want to bring up the music volume, but you want to keep it like the background like we said. But then you want to hear your Discord chat or your party chat or your game chat or whatever chat. That's when obviously you can increase it. So obviously you're literally hearing your teammates, and obviously a little bit of the background music, and then the game menu music will not be there because you can obviously mute and stuff like that. With the game one, let's say for example you're playing Rocket League or any other game, just go into its settings, go to your audio tab within that game settings, and you can probably change your audio output, and then just change it to Wavelink Game. So then after that, all your game sounds will come into your game audio channel right here. And that's it, guys. Yeah. So hopefully this tutorial was helpful for you guys. This is basically like my beginner's guide on obviously how I used and how I've learned to use the Wavelink software. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because you guys will be helping me out daily, and obviously turn on the bell notifications so you guys are notified for when I do post. I will be posting more tutorials on obviously how to use Streamlabs, Wavelength, stuff like that, so you guys can learn obviously how I stream, and obviously maybe this could be the chance for you guys to stream throughout the coming days. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Your AppRex Ruben here, and I'm out.